Okay, hello and welcome to yet another episode of Dragon Age Origins. We'll resume from where we left off, wherever that was. Ah yes, from looking down Morrigan's top. Okay. So we are in Lothering, and we were going to go off to camp to relieve us of some injuries, as I recall. I'm not particularly time pressed here. Was there anything else to hand in before we go? Lothering, Shanta's board. We did that bandit group, so is that already? I feel like yes, we've done that, and then the other two are sort of external locations which we can go to. Right, okay, and the other thing was we were looking at old Natia, I think her name is, and yeah, how she was not very good, and how this one was queen of all she surveyed. If I get drawn into thinking about it, I just want to play a mage. So I'm not going to get drawn into thinking about it. Just carry on, and hopefully we'll get far enough into the game that I forget that I am the least inspiring character in my own party. Not entirely without pain, but well, can possibly approach this battle from this side, maybe. Yes.
Oh, you'll have to do so much better than that!
Alright, this might be irrespective of intent attract everyone, but they are at least coming in some semblance of a wave. Right, okay, I think now is the time to charge into combat. We'll get some stuns off, mostly, and then we'll do the risky thing that gets us killed every time, which is the dual weapon sweep. Lovely. One more of those, good luck. And thank you, Morgan, for doing yourself a whole lot. Wolf. This wolf is already dead. We can probably get better going for this one. This. Morrigan, it's worth pointing out, is going toe-to-toe with the wolf there, and was able to do so without any difficulty whatsoever. Whereas I went toe-to-toe with the wolf, and I'm lucky to be alive. So, that's not exactly helping my fears. Oh, I see. Well, that's a really shit quest, isn't it? That now she's just here. Rob her blind. Right, okay, well the other one was at like a copse of trees or something, wasn't it? That the bears were at? I presume none of this comes back. Yeah. Is this more spiders, or this looks like no, so yeah, it is the bears. this goes. Brilliant. Okay. Well.
Okay, go in now.
Right. Okay. Yeah. We'll do that. This sweep on there. Everyone else is going for this bear, so I will join the dog pile. That should allow me
Too bad for you.
Right, I thought these were going to have their own spot on the map, but it seems not. So we can just go back and hand these in. Right, no, I shall take it as a challenge, take it upon myself as a challenge to make this character useful or interesting. Not sure how this will be done.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Okay, sick. So we have a couple of level ups from that.
And Andraste came unto them, saying, though the danger great...
Same blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, great.
have faith.
Right, okay, Alistair. I wouldn't say no to more health for you, Alistair, since that is what you'll be doing the most of. Getting hit. Weapon and shield, this kind of no longer suffers an attack penalty when using shield defense. Well, that is pretty cut and dry. And then the goddess herself. I mean, I guess I'll put magic up. Doesn't seem much point in putting shapeshifter up since she doesn't need it. She doesn't even have arcane bolt. That's interesting. I mean, she's not going to use that, so this. Now, it's not really Morrigan's jam. No, I don't think I am. I think we're going to focus her on the more entropic side of things. Is there anything that particularly I guess everything is activated by its very nature. So that has a cooldown of 6 seconds, this one's got that. So this would be sustained. But I guess we could do that. Maybe if you're okay, Morrigan, I'll that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I think I will lose the Winter's Grasp. Mind you, maybe I'll just wait until she gets another thing on that. Because she's already, doing, well, very well. She seems to finish off enemies, well, even better than when she starts. She seems to be the one who was doing most of the finishing off, so I think, yeah, I'll leave her to that. Right, so I think we go... Oh. Everything's a dragon.
Bad dreams, huh? Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight. I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me, too. That's what I'm here for. To deliver unpleasant news and witty one-liners. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Right, except rather than doing that,
Yes?
slightly.
Well, here I am. I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell. And the darkness drew me in. I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith. In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything? He's still here. I hear him in the wind and the waves. I feel him in the sunlight that warms my skin. I know what the Chantry says about the Maker, and what should I believe? What I feel in my heart, or what others tell me? Thank you. It's nice to find someone who agrees. I know what I know, and no one will ever make that untrue.
Liliana approves of some of those things, as does Alistair, although I'm not sure if that was the same conversation. Do I really believe that? No, I was gaming the system.
What do you need? You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did. I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the blight and everything. I'm sorry. I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of. I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with him, in the battle. I feel like I abandoned him. Of course, I'd be dead then, wouldn't I? It's not like that would make him happier. I think he came from High Ever, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. Dwarves don't practice cremation, do they? How do your people honor your dead? I heard about that, now that I think about it. Their spirits return to the rock, strengthening the foundation of the
Dog.
tide. It sounds so strange. I suppose you're right. Thank you. Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little. I'd like that. So would he, I think.
Leona approves. Alistair approves. Quests are updated. Right. You.
Oh, why, you little... Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Yeah, it's not very nice.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Yeah, I don't know if we got anything from that.
I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
I'd probably give props to the dog if it was just slightly bigger and I could ride it. Like a horse, not like, yeah, in bed. That probably, yeah. Yeah.
It's not cannibalism if he's eating it, you know.
Alright. So anyway, I don't seem to be gaining much from talking to that. Let's try and bond with Steph.
Why are we stopping? There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful? You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight. I am. Decide. I am a Sten of the Beresad. I did not choose to be who I am any more than you did. The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world. No, I didn't. I have always fought in war, Dwarf. No. People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of, the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty. Many humans have said that to me. I do not understand it. If I were indeed hostile, you would be bleeding. Couldn't you tell? As you wish.
Okay. Not that.
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy. Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader? Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
This seems unlikely, but okay.
It's a bit of a tale, that is. But I'm the one who brought the Grey Wardens back to Ferelden. Well, I was one of the ones. There were a lot of us. Maker's breath, I'm a bit nervous. Honoured to be here, really. After King Marek freed us from the Orlesians, the Grey Wardens begged the King's permission to come into Ferelden, some sort of internal business. Me and a mess of other Warden sympathisers spoke on behalf of your order. Tan Loghain was very much against letting Orlesian Wardens in the kingdom. But Marek, Andraste, bless him, was a fair-minded monarch and he let them in.
Okay, I'm glad to hear he was a fair-minded
So that's
monarch.
why I was there when the Wardens and their leader, Genevieve, presented herself to the King. The first Wardens in Ferelden in over a century. Proudest day of my life, that was. Duncan was a bit of a scamp back then. We were of an age and struck up a friendship. The King himself went with the Wardens on their mysterious business. When he returned, he rescinded King Ardland's decree, and the Wardens came back to Ferelden for good. People say it's because the Wardens have become terribly unpopular. Just soaking up tires and not doing a bleeding thing for the kingdom. I say that's bollocks, as recent events have shown. Oh, your stomach's all a-flutter. You're welcome. My family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arland banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles. Hard to say. After King Arland died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride. Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the Blight. We're not ashamed of that. I ask for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour. Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Arland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few
Oh, so
years
maybe
back.
this is like an
So I went to
expansion thing?
Duncan, I did. And I said that he could reclaim the old base, and my family could have its honour. Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new Wardens and meeting with good King Cailan. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostagar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance. I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it at least? A thousand blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Yeah, maybe this one isn't an expansion. I remember going up, like, I mean, it's a long time ago, but...
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Feddick, at your service, once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
yeah.
Anything, everything, but all of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. And my boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments. Oh, yes. Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits and the like. If there were spare hands to hire as guards, I would have done so long ago. Following you? I'm not even certain where you're going, my friend. And quite frankly, it's none of my business. Trust me when I say that my encountering you here was serendipity and nothing more. I travel a lot, so I'm bound to meet everyone on the road eventually. If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be on my way. But regretfully, you're the safest spot on this road, without a doubt.
Alright, so look at the west.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
A sec. Right, okay. So, that sort of stuff. Okay. So, that's good. A little out of my price range. It's two-handed stuff that does nature damage. Okay, I'm sure. We all like that. The helms and the things, not so much. Spirit hands, yeah, maybe. I mean, they're quite cheap for what they are. Yeah, I think I'll buy those. Bard's dancing shoes, perhaps. Reducing hostility is something. Right, okay. I mean, they're pretty good, to be honest. But, well, whatever. Okay, so that... Oh, right, sorry, that's for the dog. Oh, yeah, we never gave, what's-his-face the other pendant, did we? Or did we? Maybe we did. That's decent, I guess. The spell would... I mean... Yeah. I'm presuming the, like, chance to dodge attacks stacks. But, alright, it's 87. Count for that. Range critical, nobody's doing that. These are runes, no one cares. A stick, it's free. A Grey Warden hand puppet. Yeah. Why are all these things free? They're just like gifts, or? Is that really the case? Okay. Backpack. This package is available. Increases inventory capacity by 10. Well, okay. That's that. Oh, okay. So we could train to be a ranger, going flying directly in the face of everything we've done so far. Is there a chest in camp, or do I have to carry this stuff?
What do you wish of me?
I would like to discuss something. I'd like to ask you something.
If you must. I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Mm-hmm.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know? The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess. Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed. There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary. They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask. No, 'tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could, but as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one. I am surprised you think so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear. Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch? No doubt it would. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
Okay, well, that didn't go very well. I don't think we need to talk to them all in one, in separate things, but I also just can't be bothered to do it all in one go. So it looks like from this we don't have a camp inventory, which means I might have to get rid of some of those gifts already. I guess before we start, notice we got that. What's this? Oath Keeper. Oh, that's good. Armor penetration and extra healing. Ooh, not that I would likely to get any healing, but you know, small mercies. Yeah, these are more useful. And then I guess with the gifts, I guess we sold to a merchant or given to certain party members to influence their approval rating. So if I were to go like this, does this work?
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
This battlefield spirit maintains a chill even in direct sunlight, which appears to absorb. Optional servings by the... okay, so it's a drink, okay. Fine. Small carving of the road woman. A bronze symbol of Andraste. I am going to plump for Liliana with that.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
I guess we'll try...
A fine gift.
Yeah.
You have my thanks.
Maybe she prefers gold?
Interesting.
Nope, she thinks it's all crap. Right, okay. Right, I guess nothing does much for those other gifts then. Yeah, I don't know about any of that. Right, okay. Well, we didn't get nothing out of it, I suppose. Sandal.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
Okay.
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
Enchantment!
Right, okay. So, Oathkeeper, as equipped by me, can have, like, anything in it. So, I mean, staying alive is nice. More damage. Chance to reduce movement speed. Not bad for a person who, like, occasionally spends time just running around. But I guess as a kind of percentage, we just go that, really, don't we? Okay, do we just accept that? Is that it? Oh, okay. Right, so I was wondering, I'm presuming that she can, like, backstab with that she isn't restricted to using knives. Is there somewhere I can find this out? No. Journal, complete quest, codex. Controls. Oh my god, why do you do things like this? Party approval, area map, heavy armor, job boards, combat basics. Injuries, crafting, join party members, exploration, fatigue, gifts, friendly fire, intellect, journal, sustainability, journal. Stealth merchants. Stealth makes you. Right, okay. This is not going to tell me anything. No particular care to here. And those are just the things there. Conversation history sounds a bit dire. Right, so I guess we won't know unless maybe we go to spells and talents. The rogue has learned to hide, blah 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 blah. First strike is an automatic critical hit or backstab, so it certainly looks like that would be the case. Dual weapon expert. To wield full-size weapons in both hands. I mean, like, you would assume that counts as a backstab, wouldn't you? Right, I mean, that seems kind of... Or is it that she can't backstab because... Racial abilities, it's just dwarven resistance. Is there anything here that mentions anything about a backstab other than not being able to if you're sustained? how completely and utterly useless answering the question I held in my mind.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Sure. So what's your story exactly?
Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm originally from Orzammar, just as you are, I suspect. You don't have the look of a surface dwarf about you. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose. So, as I said, things were going well. But good things must come to an end. One day, a noble woman came to my stall. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers, they're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure, something worth a little gold. That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Fair.
I thank the stone every single day. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you? Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the lost tigers, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming. People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
It feels like an EA business model in the making.
That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend. Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again. That's how I've always felt. As long as he's happy, so am I. It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least. People are disappearing all over the country. Folks on the road say they are seeing wagons abandoned, belongings left in the middle of the road with no one to be seen anywhere. Remote farmholds are left empty. Horses left without riders. And no corpses to be found. The Darkspawn are taking them. There's no other explanation. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. Something's going on at the Major's Tower at Lake Cullenhod. Nobody knows exactly what, though, and the Templars aren't saying. Exactly what we need, isn't it? Let's hope the Majors are just cooking up something to deal with the Darkspawn. Somebody should be, after all. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Right.
Of course. Good fortune to you and yours.
Goodbye.
Right, so it looks like there is still some sort of quest that involves him. Not really sure why. Oh, feast day gifts. Ah, is this an expansion thing? Premium content? Feast day gifts, right. Oh, are now available in the store, blah blah blah. Oh, so that's what all that stuff is. Right, so we shouldn't really be buying that because it's just going to make things pointlessly, I mean, even easier than it is. So, apologies, I have given myself an unfair advantage there. I will not do any more of that. Alright, I think we can go. Let's go. Me.
Indeed.
Morrigan.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, so... Oh, I think that's... Okay, so... Go there, go there. Soldier's Peak is that bit. Yes, we need to go and do that. That's party camp, that's fine. Barn, Lawrence Lands. That is to the Major's Tower. So, when last I did this, we went to Redcliffe first. The thing is, it would be nice to get another party member. I'm trying to think, again, without looking up, because I think the elf guy, he came to me late, so I think he's in the city, which isn't really where I want to go yet. I assume Wynne will be at the Major's Tower. I really can't remember if there are any more party members, so maybe... Will there really be nothing? Yeah. What was in the Brazilian outskirts? Oh, this is where the elves are.
Stop right there, outsider. The Dalish have camped in this spot. I suggest you go elsewhere, and quickly. I find that hard to believe. What business could we Dalish possibly have with a group like yours? A Grey Warden. How do I know you're telling the truth? I suppose that a lie wouldn't gain you much benefit. I shall bring you to the Keeper. In the camp, I suggest you keep your hands to yourself, and remember that our arrows are still trained on you. Follow me.
I see we have guests. Who are these strangers, Mithra? I have precious little patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
This one claims to be a Grey Warden and wishes to speak with the clan. I thought it best to leave the decision to you.
That was wise of you. Masirina Smithra, you may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am Zafrian, the keeper of this clan, its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are? If you came to bring news of the Blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
Yes, it seems like you've had your own troubles. What are the odds?
So their first reaction to trouble is to flee from it. Curious.
I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me.
Someone do the best Tuvok impersonation.
The clan came to the Brazilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us, and though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with all our magic and
Satisfying all that.
we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped. But we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry. They are savage and unrelenting. They need no reason to attack anyone. What is curious, however, is the ambush. We expect werewolves to be no more cunning than a rabid wolf. The ambush suggests a level of intelligence we've never seen before. The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself. And that would be no trivial task to retrieve. Within the Brazilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan. I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brazilian forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed help, then I wish you luck. Make them quick, if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya or Sayrel, the clan's storyteller, could provide you with answers just as easily. Watch for the white wolves. They are his eyes and ears in the forest. There is not much to say. It stemmed originally from Witherfang, but now any werewolf may infect someone with it. No. The ones from this forest, however, do. It is possible, but not guaranteed. The only way to protect against the curse is not to be bitten. You will know within a matter of days. You will begin to sweat and vomit, and most tellingly, your temper will become wild and uncontrollable. If that happens to you, you should seek out Witherfang even more swiftly. Your mission at that point will be rather personal. That is a long tale I do not have time to tell. Ask Sayrel about it if you wish. Go on, then. I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
Cool. And thank you for the save, because that means I don't have to deal with that.
Underanitation, Grey Warden. My name is Lanaya. I am Zathrian's first, what you might call an apprentice, perhaps. I've been studying under the Keeper all my life. I am a bit curious of the outside world. Do you mind if I ask you a question or two? I hear the human cities are very large, thousands upon thousands of souls all packed together in their houses. Is that true? How very loud that must be with everyone talking all at once. I try to imagine those of our people living in such a place, surrounded by walls of stone and indifference. It is a difficult thought. I suppose you have met many of my kind in your travels. My heart goes out to them. It is said that one day we will have a land of our own. We Dalish gather the ancient wisdom in preparation for this. When that day comes, all elves, even those who have forgotten, will reclaim their former glory. I have one more question, though I'm not sure you can answer it. Do the humans ever regret what they did to us? How quickly they forget. A poet once wrote of them before the fall of the Dales. Like dragons they fly, glory upon wings. Like dragons, they savage, fearsome, pretty things. But you don't need me to quote poetry to you. Forgive me.
Well, actually,
Perhaps you have some questions of your own.
Tell me more
I'm
about
hardly
yourself.
anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest of my clan, it's only because I was born amongst humans. I came to the Dalish at a very young age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came from. My parents were servants to a human merchant whose caravans plied the southern routes. One day, bandits killed him, and my parents both. I was the only survivor, just a young girl, and the bandits took me. I was their servant for several years. It was. Though long years of reflection have allowed me to come to terms with it, to put them in perspective. I can only imagine what would have happened had the clan not saved me from them. I owe them my life for that, and more. The bandits killed a scout when the clan passed near their camp. When the clan discovered him, Zathrian came looking for his killers. He followed their tracks for almost a month, and when he finally caught up to us, he fell on the bandits like a terror. No one could stop him. I sat there and I watched him attack them in a blur, and I reveled in every blow. When he saw me, the fury in his eyes turned to pity. He took me back to the clan, and I've been here ever since.
With your needlessly complicated belt.
Nothing that you could not ask Zathrian himself. He is the keeper of this clan and has been for a very long time. He is also a very good man who has lost much. The Dalish are everything to him, and he would do anything to protect them. I really shouldn't talk about that. That's something you should ask him about yourself.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
As you wish. Darth Shirel.
Yes, okay, yeah. Well, then I shall go to Tolkien.
Hello? Of course. I'm very sorry. It's just that we don't get many visitors. Like you, I mean. Of your kind. Never. You're so much bigger than I... Oh, I didn't mean... Oh, dear. I should start over. I am Kamen, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter. I shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand. I suppose there's no harm in it. It's not like you can help me.
Are all these Baz such cringing, ineffectual creatures?
I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of a beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gaina.
Gaina. Okay.
She's my heart's desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Gaina will never bond with me. I feel so helpless. I shouldn't have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery.
We've all been there.
You think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do.
We've all been there having some useless dweeb trying to kill out with us.
I suppose you could, but what good would that do? The situation hasn't changed. Wooing? I don't understand.
Oh.
A gift? No, that wouldn't be appropriate. Not before we're married. Yes, that's probably for the best.
Right, okay. I don't know if I want to gamify every single quest in this.
We greet you, child of the stone. I understand you are to venture into the haunted forest to save our brethren. I suspect your efforts may be in vain. An entire group of our hunters went into the forest to do as you intend, and they have not returned. An outsider to the rescue, but of course, what were we doing trying to solve our own problems? Nothing will help us now, least of all the meddling of an outsider.
You are being most unkind, Cyril. Would you refuse our hunters' help simply because of the hand that offered it?
You shame me, Lethalan. I have allowed my bitterness to cloud my better judgment. Forgive me, Grey Warden. It is most difficult to forget the lessons the Shemlin have taught us. Perhaps I can yet make amends. Stay while I spin a tale for our children. And then I will tell you of the forest if you desire.
Never before have I disagreed with a character as much as I do with this character now, in what she's about to say.
Come and join us then, all of you. Now, what say we tell the story of the fall of the Dales? Which of you children knows that best?
I think I do.
Yes? Then come, child. Oh, don't be frightened of the outsiders. Now, where do you suppose such a tale should begin?
When we were slaves?
Yes.
Stan,
Long ago, our people were
you've got
slaves
experience
to
of
an empire
killing
the Shemlin
like
had built
families
on
and
the darkest
children.
magic. They took away our history and our language and left us nothing. And then that empire fell. We were freed.
Because Andraste came with her army, and Shartan joined her.
Yes. Andraste, the Shemlin prophet, came out of the south and challenged the Tevinter Imperium. Our ancestor, Shartan, fought at her side. And when the rebellion came to an end, we were given a new homeland in the west, the Dales. We began to rebuild the culture and history we had lost in our years of slavery. We worshipped the creators and made the Dales our home. Perhaps you know what happened next, stranger. Do you know what happened to the Dales? Indeed. They resented that we would not worship their maker, and they resented our ways because they were so different from their own. The Shemlin nations grew cold towards the Dales. They called us blasphemers and tyrants, and declared war upon us. A great crusade. And which is worse? The actions of those who believed they were right, the inaction of those who knew they were wrong. Oh, I am certain we played a part in our downfall. We believed that the Shemlin would not revoke their prophet's gift so lightly. We were wrong. They took our lands, forcing us to abandon our gods and live as beggars in Shemlin cities.
You should have fought. You should have fought to the last of you. Better that than to submit.
Oh? Is it not the Kunari way to force others to submit? Surely that would not be your advice to my people, were they attacked by the mighty Kunari.
That would be different. The Kunari would improve your people. The humans have improved nothing.
Perhaps. Even so, many of us did fight. We fought, and we lost. But there were those of us who refused to abandon our ways. They emblazoned the symbols of the creators upon their flesh, and vowed to keep their ancient lore alive.
That's us. That's the Dalish.
Indeed, child. We chose to wander, homeless, rather than be ruled by the Shemlin. And all our clans wander alone until the day we have a homeland once more.
And we bring the old ways back to our people, because they have forgotten it all.
For we are the Dalish, the keepers of the lost lore.
The walkers of the lonely path.
We are the Elvenan, and never again shall we submit. And that is the tale of the Dales, stranger. Thank you for allowing us to tell it to you.
Once again, there's lies and damned lies, and this statement.
Perhaps one day you will tell us a tale of your people. A day when you are not guest and stranger, but savior. Now, as I said I would, I can tell you what I know of the Brazilian forest. Do you wish to hear it?
Before I do, and if you're skipping forward for the bit where this is all over, then you might have to keep skipping. What I hate about this is it's threading the needle of being shit, but just good enough that you take it seriously rather than like it's
our legend
it's bad.
That before the Shemlin came, the Brazilian forest was a place of our ancestors that predated even our oldest homeland. The people of the Imperium came here and gave the forest its name. If they found traces of our ancestors, we cannot say. If they did, those elves were slain or enslaved. We know only that a great many battles were fought here. These trees grow upon the graves of those who fell, Shemlin and elves both.
Like using this medium for like emotional storytelling and with real world historic as an allegory for like real world history. It's a very difficult thing to do and get it right, and this doesn't. What is it?
So much death in one place tore the veil into the beyond. The Shemlin know the beyond as the Fade, the place of dreams and spirits. When the veil is torn, spirits pass into our world freely. The legends say that one great spirit possessed the wolf that became Witherfang, who passed its curse of rage onto men and created werewolves.
But more than anything else, it's just so fucking long. This was
The forest is said to be haunted. Spirits possess the trees, the wolves, even the bodies of the dead. They yearn for true life, you see.
Right, okay. Ooh, that might be...
No one knows.
No.
When the Shemlin lived in these parts, the curse would spread anew to a few of them with each passing year. They would run off into the forest, never to be seen again. Eventually, all the Shemlin left. One assumes the werewolves survive by passing their curse to their offspring. They have had no new blood. Until now, that is. It is said that one or two have turned already, though the Keeper denies it. As for the rest, they will either die or turn, unless they are killed out of mercy. I would rather die than become a ravening, soulless beast. Wouldn't you?
I mean, as a ravenous, soulless beast already, I think you're being a little bit harsh on me.
So Zathrian insists. He says that Witherfang does not age, as the werewolves do. Witherfang is as much spirit as it is beast, and thus it is immortal. Perhaps it cannot even be slain. At the very least, it is old and powerful, much as Zathrian himself. Who can say what value the Imperium placed on this land? And how many elves died here, in slavery? Even the barbarians, who came to overthrow the Imperium, fought and died on this soil. One last warning. The forest is like a thing alive. It changes as it wills, closing paths behind you and opening up new ones. Too many have become lost within, unable to find their way out. Were I you, I would endeavor not to make the forest my enemy.
Cool. Well, I was kind of hoping it would auto-save after that, but well, I can do it manually.
I'm sorry, but I must attend to our ailing fallen.
Yes. Oh. Okay. Well, it gave us 10 experience. And it didn't involve any dialogue, so...
Andiran Atishan, outsider. You spoke to him? What did he say? Oh. I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Kamen. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I?
Oh.
But what if he never becomes a proper hunter? What will become of our family? Oh, you are right. I have made poor Kamen miserable. No wonder he cannot complete his hunt. Masiranas, thank you. You have helped me put this into perspective. I will go and speak to Kamen.
There is something faintly psychotic.
Kamen, I have been a fool.
Gaina? What do you mean? Have you changed your mind?
I have. The outsider has helped me to see that I was wrong. I have made you miserable, and I should not have.
But what about my hunt?
I don't care about that. I know you will pass your hunt in time, and we will be happy. Us and our children.
Thank you, Gaina. You've made me a happy man. I feel blessed by the gods today. We are both very grateful for the part you've played in bringing us together.
How marvelous you are. I am so happy.
Does anyone else feel the urge to vomit? No? 'Tis just me?
Here, take this. It's been in my family for a very long time, but I hope it plays some part in your battle against the Darkspawn. It's the very least we could do.
Are you sure you don't need it to, actually, like, hunt anything? Look, Morrigan, we got some experience. Ooh. Tail of the Lion. And what's this? Inspect. Whoa. And what exactly does that do? Well, it's sat there in other. It looks like somebody who isn't me. Yeah, that was hilariously bad writing. Can we rob you? If we can rob them, is there anyone else we can rob? dog thing. Those bags are sparkling. What have you got?
Yes.
Hunter.
Huh.
Insufficient skill. I don't see that very often. I guess we can't just rob that. And a scout's bow might actually be better than whatever dross we've got here. And what we've got, longbow, ash. No, the longbow is better. What's Sten using? He's on a short bow, but it's not rapid aim. What's that? Maybe I'll service better. Right, okay, Valathorn.
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Varathorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Varathorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, please forgive my distraction, stranger. Is there something that you need?
What exactly do you mean?
I'm the clan's craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest, Ironbark. The Keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
Yes, that's a shame.
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across Ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. Now, if you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you.
Cool.
I excel in making blades from the ironbark, or perhaps a breastplate. Provided there's enough wood, that is. That would please me. So long as our hunters come first.
I'm sure the
I am no
hunters
merchant,
now
but
will come
let us
first,
trade.
don't worry.
Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
Yeah, or more likely, we can sell some more crap that we have happened upon along the way. Alter it. Sort of one. Could be quite good. That would be a bonus from Morrigan, but it seems to be getting by just fine. I bet a longsword doesn't really help much, so yeah. Does it, wait, hold on a second, does... You have got strength and armour, you have got nothing, you have got nothing, you have got nothing. Right, okay. Well...
What do you wish? I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
Yes. Right, okay. Where was the stupid belt? Stupid belt was here. Silver brooch. Is it gift? I was picking up those. Ooh, a manual to become a shapeshifter. No. Right. I think I will take Ulthrope and the Dwarven Warrior's belt, despite the fact that I am a dwarf, can go to Sten. Fabulous. Right.
Yes.
Just a few more containers to loot. And so
What do you
back
wish?
to
I am no
this guy. And then is Elm short by this crap. Okay, good. Clan shield. Also rubbish. Fine. Someone over here is complaining. Oh,
And I'm off.
the Hearthkeeper. Okay. Go back and pause that if you want to know.
Andera Natishan, stranger. I am Athras. I hope the others have not been too harsh in their treatment of you. That is very generous of you. Most would assume we are unkind as a rule, and that is not the case. Especially not to a Grey Warden. But we have lost much, and it is easy to forget simple niceties at such a time. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brazilian forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has forbidden me. None of us are happy about this situation, and I least of all. But I shouldn't speak too much about this, especially with an outsider. I am sure you have little interest in my problems.
Very insightful, yeah.
It's odd to talk so freely with a stranger, but perhaps you can help me. My wife Denilah and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Denilah is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her.
I would not allow any to keep me from my goal.
Going out there could cause another attack, and I wish no harm upon my clan.
This I understand. To hold the group over the individual is worthy. An unexpected trait in your kind.
If I could just know if Denilah is alive, or what happened to her, then I could be at peace. I have an amulet made by our craftsman. It's not much, but I would be happy to give it to you in return for any news.
Cool. Stan is getting on my nerves slightly. Do I have to go back to camp to switch him out? No. Right, okay. That being the case, Stan, what are you? Well, because he hasn't really, like, it's not like he's particularly earning his keep in terms of the battlefield. So we take those off. I mean, the trouble is, it's him, the dog, or it's like Liliana, and like Liliana she just can't. Like, it stands bad. Right, okay. He's getting like removed soon though. Like he's on borrowed time.
Going.
I trust there are no hard feelings about my questioning of you when you arrived. We Dalish must protect ourselves from trouble at all times. Had we known a Grey Warden was coming, we might have arranged a different reception. But I wish you good fortune with your task. Dareth Shiral.
Yeah, also, like, yeah, maybe not. Attempting to make things up. Elora. Brazilian forest, travel. Okay, so let us head due north. I think it's this way. Yeah. This was the one we couldn't get into, wasn't it? Oh right, yeah, something about
Who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending to the Hala, I did not hear your approach.
What What is the hollow? Is it expensive?
They
It
are
looks
the
quite
noble
dear.
beasts that pull our Aravel. What humans call land ships. They are our companions and our guides. That is exactly what they are, in fact. We ride the Hala, but never with reins or a saddle. It is the Hala who decide where to lead us, and our privilege that they take our Aravel with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship, and not servitude. I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. Curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal. And it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery. For her sake, as well as that of the others. I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful.
Okay.
No. No, I'm sorry. She isn't calming any more around you than she is for me.
Okay.
I am glad you attempted it, regardless. I will watch her for a while longer and see if her condition changes. I am grateful for your assistance, friend.
In part, I chose not to offer kill her quickly because that seems like the morally wrong option in this weird morality world. But also because I doubt my ability to kill anything quickly. It's combat or otherwise. Right, okay, so this is... here it is. Reap the reward. Death route. Wouldn't that jump in scoffing death route, actually?
Come to check on my Hala and I again, have you? I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful. Then I appreciate your concern, but it is time for me to be alone with her.
Well, I won't say I tried, but you know, literally the minimum possible effort. Okay. Right, let's gather the party and venture forth. See if we can remember how to fight anything. I was hoping that Old Faithfuls just let Morrigan deal with it, but we'll see us through.
Around in a place like this.
Okay. Right. Well, fear not. And then we can switch to these. Briefly switch to that. Do that, and then... Down, good, thank you, Morgan. Cool.
Going.
So is this like a Access secret.
Another battle.
You guys come to help? Okay, get this one. Hello. Sick. Okay, so this
Going.
I feel like this area may be a slight pain in the arse to navigate. I guess where the invisible wall is. Alright. Okay.
The Watchwolves have spoken truly, my brothers and sisters. The Dalish sent a dwarf of all things to put us in our place. They sent a dwarf to make us pay for our attack. We are beasts, but we are no longer simple and mindless. Let that thought chill your spine. You speak to Swift Runner. I lead my cursed brothers and sisters. Turn back now. Go back to the Dalish and tell them that you have failed. Tell them we will gladly watch them suffer the same curse we have suffered for too long. We will watch them pay. Was it not Zafrian who sent you? He wishes only our destruction, never to talk. We have never met, he and I. He would not survive the experience. I swear it. You know nothing, do you? Nothing of us, and even less of those you serve. You are a fool, and we are done talking. Run from the forest while you can. Run to the Dalish and tell them they are doomed. I do not wish to fight you, but our enemy has sent you to us, and now you force our hand. Come, brothers and sisters! Swift Runner calls you to battle! Drive this invader from our midst!
Okay. Well, you will have a little bit of that. You will. I'm gonna have a whole host of this. Wait, is that Swift Runner? Huh? What? Oh. No, what? Stand behind him. Attack him until he dies. Did we not do this?
Enough! The forest has eyes of its own, and it shall deal with you. You have been warned.
Yeah, well, see you later. Right, I think that's where we went up before, isn't it? I think so. I don't know if that was necessarily the best way to play things out on this. When we I do the Baldur's Gate playthroughs, and if I ever do the Fallout one, this is even more true of that, I generally know the optimum way to handle quests for money, experience, fame, glory, and any other reason. But on Dragon Age, I don't. I've played this before, but it's just a long time ago. So, I do this. Jesus, wet. Yeah, so oh God, Alistair. We may have underestimated the task at hand here. Right. Take that down. Yeah, I think still going for that werewolf makes sense. Are you going for the right one? Just like saving the day every single time. Right, okay, rabid werewolf, werewolf, a dead werewolf. This is probably worth a lesser healing poultice. Key roll here. Stone, I'm hating you even more. And can we... No, you're going for that one, aren't you? Right, okay, that's fine. Ideally like a fantasy world. Not going for both. Right, 35. Oh dear. Alright, okay, where is the mind? Blast. Alright, good. Ice is on cooldown. Probably shouldn't do that. Vulnerability hacks. It's okay for drawing light. Did I hit you, Stan? Apologies. From Oregon. What have we got? Yeah, use that.
Very well. Oh, this should...
Good work. Do whoever. Oh, is that just bleeding? What's this? Oh, I've got to use an injury kit. But there is a lesser injury kit, so you know. Small mercies. Alistair, what have you got? Damaged eye. Penalty to attack. Right. We'll save the game despite that poor performance. Yeah, I'm really not convinced by Stan. I think. Is this Darkspawn? Hello, not seen you in a while. Oh dear, I've not seen you in a while either. Right, okay. Yes. Now, let's do our best. Okay. Firstly, it might not be able to reach it. It was looking good for its friends though. At least we saved it recently. Right, okay, no problem. Stun you, please. Stun. No, don't do. Well, I mean, somewhat unfair. Well, at least it went off after all that, yeah. Right, I'm just going to load that. That's fucking annoying. We're still going to have the fight, but we'll just hope for not. It's like the less florid bullshit as the previous one. What are you thinking, Will? You want to give me your stuff, or are you just going to glisten there? Maybe we'll come back. Right, okay. So.
Another battle, I see.
Right, no, what did you just stop firing? Okay. So I guess with this, we probably look to reduce its combat availability. Oh dear.
Oh, this should be good.
Right, that's fine. Might as well hit it fairly hard. Ah, okay. There we go. Yeah, if we dirty fight it when it grabs someone. Right. Not sure why that wasn't so difficult to
Die already!
Am I? Oh god, me and Stan. We've still got one to go. 3. Stan, play with arrows. Yes. No, down. Okay.
Watch it!
Cool.
Did I fall asleep during the combat? I must have.
Cool.
Yes.
Silver cord. Spirit and spell resistance, although I don't know. Do we have any more room for things, cords? Alistair could use one. Okay. Might as well. It's not nothing. Yeah, Stan, buddy. I'm not. Oh God. Right. Okay.
Now let's see which one first.
But you reckon without my ability to stun you? Haha. Now I'll backstab you by standing in your front.
Now we get our hands dirty.
One massive attack. Fallen tree. I'm back. Stuff of legends. And what's this? North exit to the East Forest. Oh, is that a level? It is. And oh yeah, so we get a specialisation point, but we can only specialise into things that we've can find manuals for, which thus far is Bard and Ranger, the two that we won't be using, rather than Assassin, which I'm not even really sure I want anyway, and Duelist, which is the one that could potentially have been slightly useful. We'll dex up in the main. 22 is a good number, and we'll pop a little bit more into cunning. On this, we have a limited number of things. Flurry does a bit of damage in quick succession. Combat movement means we can get a better flanking angle, and dual striking means that we can't crit or backstab. Does this actually change at any point? No. I think I hate this character. I think I actually hate this character. Right, okay, well, we can head south, or we can go up there and have a look at this ancient tombstone, whatever that is. It is very ancient, but unfortunately there's some nasty looking brambles there, so we won't be able to go that. Okay, yeah, that's right. Cool. A painted skyball and an oxbone. Well, I think I know who will like the oxbone. So show on the skyball. It gives an uneasy feeling. Right, let's leave it alone. I always wondered why streamers and let's players would sing when it's obviously awful, but when it hits you, you do feel a certain temptation to do it. The Grand Oak, but we can apparently talk to it if we can just make our way down here. Like our application for a route down has not been approved at the present time. But fear not, because we can simply go all the way around.
All right.
Are we taking all these on?
More practice. No mercy.
Yeah, maybe the thing in front of you. Okay. Okay, well there's like obviously loads more.
Let's wipe them out quickly. Now this is fun. Begin the ult. Like that. Take that. That won't stop me.
Enough.
I am your death.
I bear the
It's your time to die.
Back a little bit, because there will will be more. In fact, it looks like the Grand Oak might be some sort of boss fight. Why the seams of things, since there are a load more around it, so unless it is particularly I don't know, amenable to engagement, then that could potentially be a nasty one. I don't know if he will heal when we're in the menu, but I want to just have a look at the is it the journal we do it in, or here we go. Yes, heroic accomplishments. So okay, down to 30% of the party damage, up to 22, so growing heavily, down to 27, 16. So yeah, for heaven's sake, we're going to run away anyway. But let's just save it. I'm just going to talk to the other thing.
What manner of beast be thee that comes before this elder tree?
Haven't you seen me all little?
A child of the deeper stone. I should have heard it in thy tone. The woods have never been thy home. 'Tis far beneath the earth you roam. Allow me a moment to welcome thee. I am called the Grand Oak, sometimes the Elder Tree.
It rhymes? 'Tis a rhyming tree. One can only imagine what manner of spirit is involved here.
And unless thou think'st it far too soon, might I ask of thee a boon? I am an elder oak and nothing more, though once I dreamt of a time before when I roamed the world and howled with pain, not of this world, but twixt and twain. Perhaps I was a spirit then, a wandering thing drawn to this glen. But then that spirit joined with a tree. Since then, a tree is all I be. Of the Sylvans, this is true. They are quite mad, their virtues few. A spirit trapped within a tree, no mouth to scream or eyes to see. A cage of bark, a prison wood, a thing of rage where nature stood. So twisted Sylvan they become, but I am not the same as some. I accept my fated oaken home. I feel no need to rage and roam. I have but one desire, to solve a matter very dire. As I slept one early morn, a thief did come and steal an acorn. All I have is my being, my seed. Without it, I am alone indeed. I cannot go and seek it out, yet I shall die if left without. Go to the east to find this man. I shall await. Do what thou can.
But in the meantime, ah, good. Right. So it's just this one. All right. Okay. Well, that's, you know, could have been a lot worse. Yeah. Dirty fighting, not looking highly effective. What about below the belt? What about dual weapon sweep? Okay. They do keep coming, however, and now this is two of them, which might be a bit more of an ask. Can we I would like to go lie down after this. In game rather than out, but possibly that too. Morrigan, where are you stood that you're getting hit? You look like you're safe. Okay, let's grasp. Yeah, keep them coming. Oh yes, we've got this new flurry power. Oh, well, flurry does some damage. Maybe we can. Sten's gonna drop, which means we're now down to only 3 party members, although does include our most effective party member, so should be okay. Uh-oh. It's become sentient and realised it has to get Morrigan. That's fun.
And I'm off.
And she is off. Right, okay, sick. So, we're going to be horrendously injured. But, you know, why not continue? Yeah, if there is, it turns out, a jump key, then I'm afraid I'm not aware of it. This looks to be... oh, looks okay. On the side of it? Oh. Take no chances and
I am your going. Want to die?
I must say that I haven't quite got to grips with the controls on this, which sort of feel like they sit like if I was playing a Mamorpaga, like firstly, you know, hopefully that never happens, but if I was playing a Mamorpaga, then I would tend to play that with... Is it? No? Saving it for an area we've already been to. I would tend to play with exclusively the keyboard. I wouldn't be clicking away at stuff. Is that sound? Okay, getting ambushed 101.
How odd. A camp with no campers, complete with fire and warm blankets. Rather inviting, would you not say?
You get the hint of danger that shows you what the camp's abandoned. Okay.
The elven hunters didn't set this up. How strange. And yet it all just seems so friendly. I want to do nothing but remain.
Keep moving. Something is wrong.
Yeah.
There is something odd here. The way the fire draws the eye.
Okay. Again, we've all done it. Well, if one of us was going to be the one to take this, then I think I would go with Morrigan. Can we... Great shame. What was remind me? Horror is Current Fear, unless it's resistance check. Okay. Horror is cast. A little bit of range. Good. And then I guess start with freeze. Health is okay. Might as well. They're resisted. Is this sustained or is it not? Okay. That resisted that as well, that's bad. Schlam. What a shame that we don't have... Where's the other one gone? God, it's so hard to fucking read this. Right. Frost, lightning, mind blast, horror. Disorientate. I thought she... Because Swan she used to have a stun. Morrigan. Mind blast, okay. Yeah, it's just impossible to see. Right, okay, fine. Okay. Let's do spells and talents. Not spells and talents. Let's do inventory. Let's have, since it's you, Morrigan, you can have a full-blown, full health poultice. There we go. That's now. Let go of this. Good. What's that? It's just a tree. The shade now. Number 8. Lightning. now we need some lyrium.
I shall
Okay.
do it.
Good. Still coming for us, that's fine.
So be it.
And haven't quite got that. I might as well do this. And then yeah, why
I
not?
shall do it.
Okay, why not? I also don't have the best keyboard in the world for this. Right here.
A hungry spirit luring those who pass to their rest and their doom. One might wonder how it learned this trick. No matter, it shall prey on no one else.
Yep. Which was good, well done. And we get 25 silver. And some splint mail. And it left a chest for us, so it can't be all bad. The dusk ring is not something I'm particularly interested in. Right, the Dalish will be for the Dalish elf, but we I think don't get until the city. And that is the Golden Oak. The map, just for the record, it looks like we might be able to go south. No, probably not actually. We'll see if we can, but that's not going to go down. Cool. It is vaguely amusing that I had that fallen to me, then we'd just be dead, because I just couldn't have taken that thing one on one. Could I? I mean, Morrigan used 2 health things. Yeah, being a little melodramatic. I'm ready. Ooh. Oh. Yes. Really bad dirty fighting.
Wipe them out.
Hello and goodbye. Allow me to focus instead on being overwhelmed. Okay. It did give me a chance to get 35. So. Who's down? Stand. Do I use the lesser health poultice, or do I just trust in Morrigan to take this down?
Let's do this quick.
Maybe I just trust her.
Shall we?
Good work, Morrigan.
Did I fall asleep during the combat? I must have. All right.
Cool.
What do you need?
Oh, never mind.
And I'm off.
And she is indeed off. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Well, we've gained a wealth of experience from this. Only experiencing a very literal sense. Yeah, sure. There we go. Certainly haven't learned anything. Cool. I didn't realise that enemies respawned on this. This is completely news to me. Okay. Alistair, you're not biting off more than you can chew, are you? Okay, well... maybe let's start with the black bear. Maybe let's start by stunning the black bear. And trying to kill this as quickly as possible. This is looking absolutely horrendous. And I should have been locking these, but never mind. Yeah, Morgan, can you do that? Right. Right, that we've just made a complete pig's ear of this. I don't even know if Morrigan can save us in this one. Right, okay, well... I'm just gonna... so I guess here now comes the slight, what the word is, the rub of Dragon Age, of like, we're fighting now really to get out. And so we'll have to come through this again, but since it's going to just level with us, what do we gain? Okay, I see movement. That's fine. Come to me, Papa. Very good. Slightly crashed. In fact, I just instinctively hit the pause button. Alistair? Alistair, you prat. Okay. Right, well, we've stunned one. That's good. I guess we'll hit absolutely everything. Right, well, Morrigan might. Oh fuck! There's another one. We not do very well. Not terribly efficient for me. God. Well, we seem to have survived, in all manner of speaking. Stern, who we could make into a Templar, even though it would make absolutely no sense for him to be. I think we just need to put Constitution on him if he's to live or indeed use his powers. Bravery, passive, and courage, bonuses to damage, physical resistance, mental resistance, critical chance. I mean, that seems like a very good and sensible thing. Passive, the character from this massive 200 weapons means that each attack offers a chance to stun the opponent. Okay, now that's brilliant. Reducing the penalties to attack and defense and powerful swings. Don't necessarily care about that. Large damage bonus against golems and other constructs. I think we just play the percentages and go with the stun. It may yet render Sten vaguely useful. Yeah. Anyway, that would appear. I assume this is, yeah, the Dalish camp. Yeah, because we can go back. We can hand in at least one quest, possibly at most one quest, but you know, it's not nothing. Where is the man who wanted to receive wood?
Yes.
Ah, yes, Marathon.
What do you wish? Truly? Let me see. Yes, that is indeed ironbark, and a substantial quantity of it as well. Well done. An agreement is an agreement, and I will craft something from this wood for you. What would you like? A bow? Or perhaps a breastplate?
I think we'll go with the breastplate.
Manuvinin, I will craft it myself. Watch if you prefer, it will not take long. And I've reformed the wood to my will. A Dalish breastplate for you. May it serve you well.
Oh, it's just that. I was thinking that this was going to be something, like, good. But it's not. It's this. Which I suppose isn't... Oh, fucking... If I'd have known we were going to get this, then I guess I could have got the other one for what's his face. Is this better than what I've got? Oh no, because it's backstock damage. Is it better than what she's got? Yeah, I would say so. Might as well take that. Alright, well, never mind. No, who's got a better helmet? His helmet might be 1.75, 1. Right, okay, cool. So we can gladly get rid of this.
What do you wish?
Press the correct
I am no
mouse
merchant,
button.
but let us
Bye-bye,
pray.
apprentice. Hello,
Perhaps
apprentice.
there's something here which will be of value to you.
Yeah, so Varathorn's armor we'll keep, but like this, no, this, no, this, no, this, no. What was it? Dust screen? Gain cunning, lose strength. I mean, I'm not really sure that like cunning does much for anybody. For yeah. I mean, since we're using strength, all weapons, yeah. It's still not clear to me whether or not she is successfully backstabbing. It sure as hell doesn't feel like she is. So maybe that's something I need to check in the period between saves, which is in actual fact coming up very soon. Can we... Is there, like, a way to go to camp that isn't...
I don't understand. You look like a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You are a Grey Warden, so it follows that you can't be a woman. Women are priests, artisans, shopkeepers, or farmers. They don't fight. What does that have to do with anything? No one gets to choose who they are. A person is born, Kunari or human or elven or dwarf. He doesn't choose that. The size of his hands, whether he is clever or foolish, the land he comes from, the color of his hair, these are beyond his control. We do not choose, we simply are. Can they? We'll see.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I didn't exactly bask in that. Does that mean that we can just leave here and we'll have the necessary stuff? Is this quest?
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
Well, I think...
Of course.
Maybe
Good
it just refers to
you
the...
and yours.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah, maybe it just refers to the extra bonus shit that you get given, right? Which we won't use. What we might use just before we close it up, just to free up some space aside from anything else. I guess that's value for her, even though I don't, I don't think we're getting much from cunning. It's not nothing, so. Oxford. Oh. He's already maxed out. Is he maxed out? Can, like... Yeah, okay, so does nothing for us. Okay, fine. Deus gloves, doesn't matter. Ruby and the quartz we could probably get rid of along with the werewolf pelts. I don't think we need them. Yeah. Alright, we'll...
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
And with my cheese knife. Right, yeah, so if there's stuff here that he sells that is... manuscript for physical arts. Restriction warrior rogue. Oh, I see, so we can... No, okay, fair enough. Because he's definitely not from the like fancy edition, because I remember distinctly the sun going enchantment, but these parts, if it's free here, or indeed anything below this. Oh, I see. So you... Oh, it really does give you like infinite stuff. And I guess that you can just keep buying that. Right, okay, fine. Other classic other. We don't want that. Does this actually come down by 7? No, it comes down by 1. I don't think that's of any use. You see, I don't think we're ever going to use traps, but it's just, it's a dangerous game making that assumption. Because if we do later want them, then they'll be right there where we need them. So I suppose it isn't a dangerous game in the slightest. Okay, let's call it there, or at least begin the process of calling it there, because I always waffle at the end. I will go away and I will see what's happening with the backstab mechanic, because I really don't. I don't think that's working out. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's call it there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.